Andy York, SIG Sauer Electro-Optics. I want to give you a brief tutorial on how to configure a digital ballistic reticle with the Sierra 3 rifle scope in the event that you don't yet own a Kilo BDX rangefinder, or for some reason you prefer that day to use a traditional holdover style reticle that's static, that's not directly tied to the distance that you're ranging. So to do that, you're going to go into the Sights tab. Again, your rifle scope has to be turned on for it to be discovered. You know that's happened because it's in blue at the top of the screen, so we're actively communicating to the scope. And when you hit this tab, you're going to see this reticle. If you turn this ballistic reticle mode on, then you'll see that it lights up and you'll see all the holes that are now illuminated in the rifle scope. So when you look through the rifle scope, this is what you'll see on the reticle right now. So in this case, we're in fixed hold and it's an MOA style reticle. You can change it from MOA to mils. You can take it from fixed holds to ballistic holds. So you may just want to set up a reticle in 100-yard increments in this case. You can turn these off with the radio buttons. Maybe you don't want an 800-yard. I'm not going to take a 700-yard shot. Maybe I'm only going to shoot to 500. Maybe I'm going to shoot out to 550. You can change the value at 550. And now that's a 550-yard hold. The radio tabs don't change position. The dots on the wire do. Again, that's what that reticle will look like in the rifle scope. One thing to keep in mind, we call this a digital focal plane rifle scope. The Sierra 3 has a digital focal plane. What does that mean? The reticle's on the second focal plane, but because we're automatically scaling the reticle with the magnification, the power selector, it's going to scale that reticle to sub 10 at any zoom level. And that is how a front focal plane scope performs. So it basically performs the functionality of a front focal plane scope on the second focal plane. Hence we call it a digital focal plane. So then you say, hey, I want to go back and I want to use it maybe with a Kilo BDX rangefinder. You shut that reticle off and now the ballistic reticle is off. And now we're in direct communication again with the rangefinder, and the reticle will only illuminate the appropriate hold for the target that you ranged at distance. And that's a quick tutorial on the ballistic reticle function of the Sierra 3 rifle scope.